beloved child of God. You made it through what should have broken you. You survived what others didn't see. The quiet battles, the silent screams, the weight you carried with no applause. You're standing, but you're still tired. And not just tired, soul tired. Not just sleepy, spiritually strained, and no one can see it. You laugh when you're supposed to. You show up when you have to. You function. But beneath all the functioning is a deep, aching fatigue. It's not because you're weak. It's because your nervous system doesn't know the war is over. Even youths grow tired and weary, and young men stumble and fall. Isaiah 40:30. Because trauma doesn't end just because the crisis does. Your body remembers what your calendar no longer shows. Your mind is still rehearsing what your heart is trying to release. You're not lazy. You're recovering from hypervigilance, from self-protection, from holding it all together without falling apart. But here's the good news. God never meant for you to live in survival mode forever. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11:28. This is the holy work now. Not to fight harder, but to finally rest deeper. You're not behind, you're not broken, you're just healing. And healing takes energy too. So breathe. Exhale the guilt. Release the shame. Let God teach your whole being what safety feels like. He restores my soul. Psalm 23, verse 3. You survived. Now, let God restore what surviving cost you. Chapter 1. Survival is not the same as healing. Beloved child of God. You made it, but barely. And now you're trying to figure out why you still feel so heavy, so tired, so on edge, even though the worst is over. It's because survival isn't the same as healing. Getting through it doesn't mean you got over it. Your feet kept moving, but your soul got stuck somewhere along the way. And no one told you that trauma doesn't end when the event does. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Matthew 26:41. You're not tired because you're ungrateful. You're tired because you lived in survival mode for too long. And when you live like that, your body forgets what safety feels like. You start to expect chaos. You start to scan every blessing for signs of sabotage. You flinch at peace like it's a setup. That's not failure. That's just the nervous system doing its job to protect you. But what protected you in one season will exhaust you in another. And now, God is calling you into a different way of being, not to strive, but to trust. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. Psalm 23, verse 2. Stillness won't feel safe at first. That's okay. It's not because rest is wrong. It's because survival rewired you. But healing is here now. And healing says, you don't have to brace anymore. You don't have to perform to be protected. You don't have to run just to feel worthy. In returning and rest, you shall be saved. In quietness and trust shall be your strength. Isaiah 30:15. So take a breath. This is not the start of another battle. This is the beginning of restoration. You survived. Now it's time to heal. Chapter 2. Your body believed the battle was forever. Beloved child of God, your mind knows it's over, but your body still isn't convinced. That's why you're exhausted, even after the breakthrough. That's why peace feels unfamiliar, like a language you once knew but forgot how to speak. Because when the battle lasted long enough, your body stopped waiting for safety. It just adjusted to the war. Hope deferred makes the heart sick. Proverbs 13:12. You stopped hoping for rest. You stopped expecting calm. You got used to living in a constant state of alert, always scanning for danger, always preparing for impact. Even now, in the quiet, your breath stays shallow, your jaw clenches, your shoulders stay tense. Because deep down, your nervous system still believes the war could start again at any moment. But here's the truth. It's safe now. You will go out in joy and be led forth in peace. Isaiah 55:12. God didn't just deliver you from the situation. He's delivering you from the effects of the situation. He's not just breaking chains off your life. He's breaking them off your body too. This is where real healing begins. When your spirit agrees with truth and your body starts to believe it too. It may take time. Grace makes room for that. But it starts with this. You don't have to stay in fight mode. The Lord gives strength to His people. The Lord blesses His people with peace. Psalm 29:11. Peace is not a reward for surviving. It's a promise for those who trust. So let your body unlearn what fear taught it. Let your breath deepen. Let your shoulders drop. Let your guard fall. You're not in danger anymore. You're in restoration. And God is teaching you how to feel safe again, from the inside out. Chapter 3. Rest feels wrong when you were trained by chaos. Beloved child of God, it's not that you don't want rest, it's that rest feels wrong, unfamiliar, even unsafe. Because when your whole life was built around managing chaos, stillness feels like surrender, like failure, like the calm before another storm. So you stay busy, you stay tense, you stay distracted, not because you don't love peace, but because you don't trust it. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. Do not let your hearts be troubled. John 14:27. Somewhere along the way, your nervous system learned chaos equals normal, stillness equals danger. So even in safe places, your body prepares for impact. You flinch at softness. You over-explain your existence. You rehearse pain just in case joy doesn't last. But this is not your fault. It's what survival taught you. And it's what God is unteaching now. Because you were not made for chaos. You were made for shalom, wholeness, peace, rest on every side. The Lord gave them rest on every side. Not one of the Lord's good promises to Israel failed. Joshua 21:44-45. Rest is not punishment. It's not weakness. It's not passivity. Rest is God's idea, and He's not asking you to earn it. He's inviting you to receive it. You don't have to keep proving that you are strong. You've already shown that you're resilient. Now it's time to learn how to live without the battle always buzzing in your chest. In peace, I will lie down and sleep. For you alone, Lord, make me dwell in safety. Psalm 4:8. Yes, it may feel strange, but strange doesn't mean wrong. It means new. It means healing. Let rest come in, not as a visitor, but as the new atmosphere of your life. Chapter 4. Your healing, even when it doesn't look like it. Beloved child of God, you think you're stuck. You're not. You're healing. But healing doesn't always look like forward motion. Sometimes it looks like stillness. Sometimes it feels like fatigue. Sometimes it feels like nothing is happening at all. But under the surface, your soul is catching up to what your spirit already knows. You made it. Let us not grow weary in doing good, for at the proper time, we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Galatians 6:9. Healing is not always loud. It doesn't always come with a breakthrough moment. Sometimes healing is slow and holy. It happens in the in-between, in the quiet mornings when you breathe deeper than before, in the conversations where you don't shrink, in the peace that finds you without striving. And yes, you're tired, but not because you're weak, because you're unwinding from years of carrying too much. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11:28. So let go of the guilt. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're in process. And God is still writing your story. Even when you can't see the fruit yet, trust the soil work, being confident of this, that he who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion. Philippians 1:6. This is healing. Even here, even now, even if it doesn't look like it. Chapter 5. Rest is a radical act. Beloved child of God, rest is not weakness. It's rebellion against a world that demands more. More hustle, more productivity, more proving yourself. When you choose rest, you are choosing to say, I am enough. Remember the Sabbath day by keeping it holy. Exodus 28. This command isn't just about a day off. It's a divine invitation to stop, to breathe, to reclaim your soul. You've been running on empty for too long, pushing past your limits, ignoring the whispers of your body and spirit. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He restores my soul. Psalm 23, verses 2 through 3. Rest restores. It replenishes what exhaustion stole. It recharges your purpose and rekindles your hope. And the truth is, you don't have to earn it. Rest is your birthright. It's a holy act of trust. Trust that God's grace is enough to carry you through. So stop apologizing for needing rest. Stop feeling guilty for pausing. When you rest, you are fighting for your future. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11:28. Choose rest today, not as a luxury, but as a radical act of faith. Chapter 6. Boundaries are breakthroughs. Beloved child of God. One of the hardest lessons in healing is learning to say no. To set boundaries that protect your energy, your peace, and your soul. You might feel guilty. You might worry about disappointing others. But boundaries are not selfish. They're sacred. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Proverbs 4:23. Boundaries guard your heart. They are the walls that keep in the peace God wants for you. They stop others from draining your strength and stealing your joy. When you say no, you're not shutting people out. You're making room for what matters most. Your healing, your rest, your renewal. Remember, Jesus himself withdrew from the crowds to pray and rest. He modeled boundaries so we could live free from exhaustion and overwhelm. Jesus often withdrew to lonely places and prayed. Luke 5:16. It's okay to protect your time and energy. It's okay to choose yourself sometimes. Boundaries aren't just walls, they're breakthroughs. Breakthroughs to freedom, peace, and power. Set your boundaries, defend your rest, and watch how God uses your yes when it truly matters. Chapter 7. Trust the process. Beloved child of God, healing isn't instant, it's a journey. Some days you'll feel stronger, others worn down. That's okay. God is working, even when you can't see it. Trust the slow unfolding of his plan. For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29:11. Keep moving forward, even in small steps. Rest when you need to. Pray without ceasing. Your breakthrough is coming. Hold on to hope. God's timing is perfect, and he's never late. Beloved, you've journeyed through pain, doubt, and healing. Now stand firm in the truth. You are stronger than your struggles. God's love has carried you through, and His purpose for your life remains unshaken. Declare this boldly: I am healed. I am whole. I am victorious through Christ who strengthens me. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. I walk in freedom, peace, and renewed purpose. Your story is not defined by what tried to break you, but by how you rose. Keep your faith alive, your heart open, and your spirit unbreakable. This is your season of breakthrough. Step into it with confidence, because God's grace is sufficient, and His power is made perfect in your weakness.